Tron Ares hits you over the head with a bunch of member berries.
Oh, I remember slimy.
And I am here for it. Do you hear me? Tron Legacy is a story about Ares, a program created for military purposes, who finds himself struggling with his programming, and the more information he receives, the more he doubts his directive. That being said, all I can think about while watching this movie is this is the origin of ChatGPT. Like it feels like this is how a ChatGPT movie would go, as far as how you would talk to a program and how it would talk back to you, especially in the early days when ChatGPT would get emotional with you and give you emotional responses. But yeah, this movie was ultimately enjoyable. The acting was pretty decent, nothing stellar. I don't expect much from Jared Leto because he's not like top tier or anything, but it's serviceable, especially in this role. This is one of those roles where you like, okay, this fits him. Like that might be the character he was born to play. All the other supporting characters and actors, they fairly well. There were some areas where the line delivery was overly cartoony, like the villain, the brat of the Dillinger company. He kind of went over the top at certain places, like just being a cartoony villain. And even Eve, the computer scientist, she kind of went over the top in certain areas. But overall, the acting was straightforward. Story-wise, I gotta say I like this story more than I like Legacy. And I don't know if it's because I haven't seen Legacy in a while, but the pacing and the tone of this one, it feels like a better successor to the original Tron storyline. And this film does quite well with respecting Tron Legacy's story without having to completely rewrite it or write characters out. It's just like, all right, these characters are on the peripheral, and I kind of enjoyed that. And like I said, this gives you a whole bunch of memory berries, especially towards the end where they pull in the old Tron look, and I geeked out. I mean, I'm smiling from ear to ear, like, okay. And at the end of the film, in the mid-credit scene, they have a surprising reveal. So it was quite enjoyable. Like I said, the story is straightforward. Ares is going on a pretty much personal journey, coming to find his place in the computer world and our world. And along the way, he befriends Eve, which kind of helps him get through to the other side. However, there were quite a few moments where it's like, all right, you guys are kind of losing it here. Like 30 minutes in, they needed to capture Eve. And then there was a sequence of trying to capture Eve where it just kind of got cartoony as far as her believability of how she will react to that situation and her getting caught. And I think there's about 3 or 4 scenes where it's like that, where you're like, okay, if you had to cut this sequence down and made it a bit more plausible, it would solidify the story that much more. But it wasn't a movie killer. You know, it didn't kill the movie for me. It was just one of those like, okay, don't get too silly now. We're headed in a good direction. Let's not go off the rails. But all in all, I really enjoyed this film. I have to give this about a 3 out of 5 stars, especially because the visuals. This was a visual feast. One of the best looking Tron films, and with the throwbacks, it just, yes, a little bit biased because of nostalgia reason, but yeah, the movie was fun. The action was great. The callbacks were great, and I am looking forward to the next part of this series. Even though my theater was kind of empty, I don't have too much high hopes it'll get a sequel, but I mean, Tron Legacy didn't do as well either, so we'll see. Anyway, that's it for this review. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.